Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is my final day in Krakow and I'm going to go through what my top 10 things to do while you're here. So my name is Zoe. I like to talk on my channel about my travelling and my attempts to sell my house and go travelling full time, which is a drama in itself. I also like to talk about things for the over 50s, just things that affect me in my general life. But today we're going to talk about my top 10 for Krakow. Now, this is very subjective, and I have my own personal taste, and you may have different things that you want to do. But these were my top 10. So, the number 10 is walking around the river area. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful, and it's got all this park around there, and beautiful bridges, and they all light up at night. It's really nice area, very, very safe, and just a pleasant place to walk. The other nice place to walk is around the park that surrounds the Old Town. It's just nice, it's all green and very pleasant. So that's my number 10. It's just like walking through the parks and enjoying just the fresh air, really. There's a lot of fresh air, it's cold. Number 9. Number 9 for me was the Basilica of St. Michael the Archangel. It was a beautiful church out on the Jewish side. Roman Catholic church, but so beautiful, so vast. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And I was able to spend a bit of time in there because it's not too busy and you can just sort of sit and get a bit of peace and quiet. Now, I will say that there are so many beautiful churches and synagogues in Krakow. But yes, I picked that as my number 9. I really liked that. It was beautiful. My number 8 is Wawel Castle. I didn't get to go in the museums because I wasn't organised enough to book my tickets before I come. But I just walked around the grounds and it's absolutely beautiful, and you have to go and see the dragon, and it's fire coming from it. Does it every few seconds or every few minutes, so yeah, you have to go and see that part as well. So, but it was beautiful to walk around, and yeah, it's a stunning complex, so definitely worth doing it. Even if you don't get to go and do the museums, it's definitely worth walking around. It's beautiful, it really is. Number 7 is St. Mary's Church, right here in Old Town. Wow, it is so beautiful inside. It's just stunning. And then you have the church bells that go off, and on the hour, the bugle plays after the bells have gone off. He opens his window and it's bugle, and he plays, and then he waves to the crowd. It's absolutely magical. It's such a beautiful place to go. I mean, I love churches. Yeah, it's free to go in, so just wander in and have a look round. Number 6 for me was walking around the Jewish area. So this is the old Jewish area, and it's not that far. It's about 10-15 minute walk from the main square, and there's so much to see there. You've got Narrow Square, where the market stalls are, and there's food outlets. And then you've got the synagogues. You've got Remy Synagogue and the cemetery, the old synagogue, the high synagogue. It's absolutely beautiful. Cobblestone square. Oh, it's lovely. I loved it. And you also have Schindlers Passage there, which is super quirky to walk through. I absolutely recommend you spend some time there. Number 5 for me is actually Krakow Old Town, which I'm sure most people put it first. But it is beautiful. The architecture here is absolutely stunning. And you've got Cloth Hall with all the little stalls, so you can buy all the souvenirs here. You've got St. Mary's Church, which I've mentioned. And then you've got the city walls all around, and the park, and just walking around. This is a place where you can just walk and walk and walk and get lost. I mean, you can't get lost, but you know what I mean. Don't need to follow any particular trail. Just walk around, and every time you go around a corner, there's something beautiful to see. Oh, it's an amazing place. Number 4 for me is Ghetto Square. think because this part of town has such an interesting history, and it's all to do with the occupation and where the Jewish people were relocated to. And then Ghetto Square is to commemorate when they were eliminated, when they liquidated the area and they were all eliminated. It's a really, really sad place to go, but they have a beautiful memorial to them. So they have all these chairs in the area, 64 chairs in total, to represent the 64,000 Jewish people that were killed there, or taken from there to be killed. It's just very moving. You also on that square have the eagle under the pharmacy. That's a museum, and it's very interesting to go and look at. So that's my fourth one. Number 3 is Schindlers Factory Museum. Now, I wasn't sure I was going to like it as much as I did, but if you're into your history and World War II and what happened here, it is so detailed and so interesting to walk around and have a look at. It was absolutely brilliant. You can spend 3 hours there, honestly, if you read everything, but it's very moving, and so it just tells you everything. It was absolutely amazing. And number 2 for me was the Gestapo Museum. That was really moving, and not for the faint-hearted. The stories are so graphic. But it's where the Gestapo office actually was, and where they would torture people and imprison them. And that story is just told through the people. They have big plaques up and talk about it. Like I say, it can be quite graphic in places, and it is very, very moving. They also allow you to go down and see the cells. And you can see where all the prisoners etched into the walls. It's very eerie. But if you like your history, I absolutely recommend it. A guide recommended it to me, and it was brilliant. That was my second favourite thing to do here. And my first is obviously Auschwitz. I came here to visit Auschwitz. That was why I wanted to come to Krakow. And although it's a very harrowing place to go to, I'm really glad I got to go and see it. It is very, very distressing, and some of the exhibits you'll see will upset you, but you just really have to go and see it for yourself. It's such an important part of history, and although it upset me and I wouldn't go again because it is very upsetting, I'm glad I got a chance to go and see it, and I think everybody should try and go see it if you can stomach it. It's it is very graphic in places, and just being there is very eerie. You get a sense of the ordeal that these people went through. You just have to hope that nothing like this ever happens again. Yeah, it was tough, but that was my number 1. So they were my top 10. Now, there's plenty of other things to do here, and other people will have different opinions. For me, I love history, and so that probably is reflected very much in my top 10 list. I've just learnt so much here about the history. It's been absolutely fascinating. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I hope that's helpful. And I'll put some links down below to my top 10. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help. So thanks for watching. If you liked my video, please subscribe and give it a like. And I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.